Hi, this is Bea from Sorcery Soap, and I wanted to show you how, a couple things. I wanted to show you the tools that I'm using now. These are sugar shapers. There's a whole bunch of these sugar shapers that I got. I had the soft tip ones, it's the gray ones. They're soft tip like this. And then I just got the firm tip like that. And they're the mini ones. The gray ones are the bigger ones, the full-size ones, and I love them. They're my new go-to tools. I'm so very pleased with them. The ones I use the most are this, and these. Gosh. Yes, we'll put those aside. And these tip ones. And I wanted to show you how to make pumpkin soaps or little pumpkin embellishments. So you can see I made a couple here, and the reason that I made them is because I want them to cure a little bit before I put lines in them, and I won't get the drag marks. Hopefully you can see that. So I have a new pumpkin orange soap dough, and I'm calling it pumpkin orange because it's not neon, it's what I use for pumpkins, for making pumpkins. And I don't know if you can see this, but there's sort of a sheen on it. And that makes me pretty happy. I like it when it has that sort of mica sheen in there, and it makes it really, the quality of the soap dough is perfect. So it's super smooth. See, it's not sticky at all. So before we start making the pumpkins, I wanted to bring a point up, which is, you want to think about if when you go to cut your soap bars, because you're going to embellish the top of this soap, this cold process soap. For those who don't know, that's what some of us are doing, is taking this uncured yet saponified soap and keeping it in a pliable state so that it's like a dough or clay or fondant kind of thing, and making shapes in it. So you want to decide whether you're going to cut through it or you're not going to cut through it. Are you just going to sprinkle the top and you don't care about that, because that saves a lot of stress, or you want to cut through it. So I just made this soap, and I'm going to cut through every one of those. I'm just going to line my cutter up and just cut them however they cut. And on the inside, I put long tubes of the same color. So these are sugar and spice soap dough, which is on the website right now. This is bubblegum pink, and this is grapefruit. And I wasn't really sure if I was going to like this color palette, but I really do. And then this is a lilac mica from, these are all Nurture Soap micas, by the way. And I'm very pleased with how that turned out. So I put this in the refrigerator and let it chill for a little bit. And now once it starts to come to room temperature, I'll cut it and I'll have less fingerprints on it. And then this one I made, oh, and that's scented with elderflower. And this one I made, I want to make sure that the design stays on top and I don't cut through any of my embellishments. So you can see I place them exactly the way I want. Even though these bars are going to be a little bit bigger than I normally make, I'm okay with that because I like the design of it. So I'll cut those in a little bit. So here, let's get on with the pumpkins. So just take a little bit. I don't want to cut through any of my pumpkins, so I'm going to make them bar size, which is about 1.5 inches wide. And so I want to make them small enough. So just roll a ball, and I like them flat. So the other thing to think about when you're making embellishments for the top of your soap is the end user. Do you want it to be sticking up, or do you want it to be sort of like these two I just made? You'll be able to grab the bar really easy and it'll all wear away pretty nicely and pretty evenly. And then here I'd made this and I let it cure for about 45 minutes, let's say. And so I don't get drag marks on it, I'm going to take this and I just lay it on top and put pressure on it. I don't drag the tool across it. And then I want that to be maybe a little bit bigger, so. And then I can still affect it, because it's still pretty pliable. But if I drag across it, it's going to stick and make it look a little gummier and messier, and it's going to be one more thing I have to clean up. So there you go. And then I kind of soften those edges a bit. And then once this is cured, I'll paint them, well, darken the little creases so that the orange part stands out. So now I've made the stems already so that they're not sticky, but they're still just a little bit sticky. And if you roll them again, you're going to get a sheen on that. I don't know if you can see that. There's a sheen on there, which will just smooth this surface out if you've had any bumps or rough spots on there. And I just made a hole, and I put a little water in there and stick that in. Now I know from experience that if I don't make it squatty and a little bit like this, that the tops will break off. Eventually, they're going to break off anyway. This, you know, the bigger the piece that sticks out, the more easily it's going to break off. But as far as packaging and shipping, I want my soaps to show up to the person who purchased it. I want it to show up exactly the way they see it. So I don't want anything to be broken. And it takes long enough to package everything. I don't need to make my work harder for me. So I make them a little squatty. So there you go. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it. I just really wanted to show you how these are made. And let's see here. So there's a couple ideas that I wanted to get across, which is it seems like it's prudent to make all your embellishments at one time, but sometimes there's some steps that you want to make them and leave them for a minute and come back to them just to let the dough firm up a bit so that you don't get those serious drag marks in there. And you'll get a nicer quality to it. So like that. And there you go. Not that hard. Little pumpkins getting ready for the holiday. So here's a little baby pumpkin. And I know it's important you want to get it the way you want it the first time you do it, but you know, if you mess up, just start over. There's like that. I have a little, see this one's a little bit too big, so let's cut that. Let's see if you can see this. There. Yes, I do work on a little tiny scale sometimes. I find it interesting. So, we want to let those cure. So if I brought something up that you have a question about, please leave it in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer your questions. And I hope that this has helped you. And if you want some pumpkin orange soap dough, just click right on over to the website because it's there. And the soap dough doesn't stay in stock very long, so I try to make the videos and then make sure that the soap is in stock. So after a while, this video will still be up, and if you get over there and there isn't any soap dough, I'm sorry. But you can always email me and tell me that that's what you're looking for, and I'll move it to the head of the queue if I can. And there you go. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for watching.